First things first, our liquids. 10 ounces of warm water, 2 tablespoons of honey, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, packet of instant yeast, and 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt. Whisk it all up and let this stand until it's nice and foamy, just as you see. Next, a generous 1/2 cup of pistachios and an even more generous 1/2 cup of sliced black olives. Both the nuts and the olives have a little salt in them, which is another good reason for not adding too much salt to this bread in the first place. And finally, we add the flour. 2 cups of whole wheat flour and 1 cup of unbleached bread flour. Next, we'll get the mixer going and get this all formed up into a nice dough. And here's our secret dough proofing machine. Yes, it's an Instant Pot on yogurt setting. I honestly wish I could remember who wrote this suggestion. And I honestly can't, because I'd live to give them credit. This works really well. I've got this set to run for an hour. It really may not take that long. I just sprayed the bottom of the pot with some Pam, and we'll come back in a little while when it's doubled in size. And by the way, if you don't have an Instant Pot, don't worry, just put this in a warm place in a bowl with a damp cloth over the top of it until it's doubled in size. I just use the Instant Pot because it's easier. After 40 minutes, our dough had risen like this while I was cooking on something else in the kitchen. So I'm going to take this out, punch him down, and we'll get him in the Anova Precision Oven. Here's our loaf, ready to go into the Anova. Sprinkled a little black pepper over the top and some cornmeal. We'll make a couple of decorative cuts, and then in he goes. We got the oven at 450, 100% steam. Should raise this little devil up pretty quickly. Right before we pop him into the Anova, we're about 5 degrees off 450, 100% steam. I've decided to try diagonal cuts this time. Let's live dangerously, eh? Well, here's our bread in the Anova Precision Oven, coming back up to 450 after we plonked him in. He got a bit bent going in there and got stuck to the plate, but we'll see. Should be good. We'll give him 10 minutes, take a look. If we need to give him the full 15, we will, at which point it will turn the steam off and default to 375. Well, here's our whole wheat olive and pistachio nut loaf finished. It's crusty again too, and as I always ask, how many times have you got a crusty whole wheat loaf? We'll have a little discussion about this once it's cooled. It's on the cooling rack right now in the afterwards, so we'll talk to you in a bit, and thanks for watching. This loaf really did turn out nicely. Crusty, but not excessively so, but still nice hard crust. Quite a high hydration dough this time. 10 ounces of water for 2.5 cups of flour. I may back that off to 9 ounces for the next loaf and just see what happens. Cutting cross section, you can see the crumb is airy. This is not heavy or doughy like a lot of whole wheat loaves can be, and the nuts and the olives are nicely distributed within. The secret sauce in this loaf was about 1/2 teaspoon of Italian herbs for some seasoning. You can only just taste it in the background, and even then it's hardly there, but it just really adds to the taste of the bread. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching us bake this. If you did, we'd appreciate you liking and subscribing, and especially sharing this with your friends. Thank you.